ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं कर्वावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। समस्तजनकल्याणि निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितैयतायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। पेज नंबर 68। प्रथम प्रश्न पंचम प्रश्न प्रथम अथ हैनं शैब्य सत्यकामः पप्रच्छ स यो ह वै तद्भगवन् मनुष्येषु प्रायणान्तमो ओंकारम् अभिध्यायेत कतमं वाव स तेन लोकं जयति इति तस्मै स होवाच। एतद्वै सत्यकाम परं चापरं च ब्रह्म यत् ओंकारः तस्माद् विद्वान् एतेनैव आयतनेन एकतरम् अन्वेति। एतद्वै सत्यकाम परं चापरं च ब्रह्म यत् ओंकारः तस्माद् विद्वान् एतेन एव आयतनेन एकतरम् अन्वेति। If you remember, we had already completed the fourth Prashna and we were on the fifth Prashna. So the fourth Prashna was on the Parabrahma, that is Paravidya. And also the sixth Prashna will be on the Parabrahma. Then how come here in between this fifth Prashna has been included, that which is telling about the Aparabrahma. Okay. Why? Because Omkar Upasana has been told in this. Omkar Upasana, because the first three questions, if you remember, the first question, the second question, and the third question, they all were regarding Aparabrahma, if you remember. Please revise it. You will take one day on revision also. And I'll keep asking you all. I'll be mute at that time and you all will be speaking. So the first question, the second question, and the third question were on the Apara Brahma, which was which should have been followed by Upasana and Karma. The Apara Brahma is always done with only the karma, good actions. So the maximum level that can be got by good actions is what is that Brahma Loka, which is returnable. If you remember, there are two types of Brahma Loka. One is returnable and the other is non-returnable. So here that the destination will be what? Returnable in the Aparavidya. So the first three questions, the destination was a returnable lobe. Now, from the fourth Prashna, if you remember, the fourth Prashna was regarding the dream state and the deep sleep state, that during the dream state, who is awake and which sense organs are sleeping. And among those sense organs, there were 5 questions, if you remember. That amongst those indriyas, the sense organs that are sleeping, who is the one who sees the dream, and who is the one who experiences the bliss? This was the fourth question. And fifth was in the deep sleep state, in what do all the sense organs or all the elements go into establishment. What is that establishment and what is that substratum in which everything goes back? These are the 5 questions, if you remember, in the 4 questions. So in the end, during the deep sleep state, in the Falashruti, at the 11th and 12th, 10th and 11th month, last 4.10 and 4.11, the last page, 66 and 67 page. In 10th and 11th told us that there is this Parabrahma in which all the 42 elements, if you remember, there were a list given that there are 42 elements and all those 42 elements go back into that Brahma only, that Atma only. You can call it Brahma, you can call it Atma, whatever you name it. So in that, everything goes back. And about that only, now this will be continued. Because first time the Shruti has introduced the Atma word or the Brahma word here. That Sarvagya Sarva Eva Abhishesh. That Akshara Vedayate Yastu Somya Sa Sarvagya Sarva Eva Avivesheti. So in that only everything goes, and one person who knows this is the Falashruti of the Upasana, one who sees that everything goes back into me only and comes back from me only. What does that mean? That Atad Aksharam Vedayate, one who knows that myself as the self of all, as the establishment or the substratum of everything, in which everything goes back, and who knows like that, he becomes a part of everything. Now, because everything is a part of him, so that is why he also becomes a part of everything. In this way, we had concluded this 11th month. So when this aksharam word was used, this in the 10th mantra also, param ev aksharam, this word was used. This was about that Brahma only. So when this was introduced now, the 5th mantra told about the Omkar Upasana. Now when we should know about this Omkar also. What is this Omkar? This Omkar will take us either to Krama Mukti or to Sadhya Mukti. Krama Mukti meaning what? The path of path of returnable, where you go and you return back. That is called the returnable lobe. So when in Krama Mukti, when one does Upasana, he will go to that lobe, to that returnable lobe only. There he will do Upasana. When he starts doing Upasana there in the Brahma lobe, slowly and steadily, then he will get moksha. Then he will get that Gyan, and through that Gyan, he will get moksha. This is called Krama Mukti. This is called Krama Mukti. Krama, through a sequence. He goes first to the returnable lobe. From there, he will get knowledge, and then he will get moksha. And Sadhya Mukti, what is that? Sadhya Mukti meaning he got Gyan in the body only, while living only. This is called Jivan Mukti. While living only he got the Gyan, and there only he gets liberation. So this is what? This is called the Satyamukti. So the Falashruti of Omkar Upasana is what? Both. One can either get this Brahma Mukti and one can also get up. It is upon the object of one's meditation. If I am meditating on that Parabrahma, then I will get Satya Mukti. If I am not meditating, I am meditating on some samsaric vastu, samsaric thing I am meditating upon, my desires will be completed. All those desires, whatever samsaric or whatever material objects I have in my mind, the desires will get completed. So, as per the desires in the mind, my destination will be finalized. So, if I have the destination called Parabrahma, I will get that. So, because of this, because of what? Because a person can get mukti also. That means what? The goal of the fourth and sixth month Prashna is equal to the goal of the fifth mantra. Therefore, this fifth mantra has fifth Prashna. So, this fifth Prashna has been kept between fourth and sixth Prashna. I hope this is clear. Again, fourth Prashna, the end of that fourth Prashna led to moksha. That is the Parabrahma. The sixth Prashna is also regarding that Akshar Brahma only. So the question is why this fifth Prashna has been kept in the middle because of Omkara sadhana, because the Omkar will lead to the Krama Mukti. Why is it so? And it can also bring us back. It can also take us to that Brahmalok from where we can return to the Prithvi Lok again and again do again complete our desires. But it also takes us to Brahma Mukti, where one can go and attain knowledge and he can attain Mukti from there. So the goal is what? The goal of the fifth Prashna is also same as a Parabrahma only. So it has been kept in between. Okay. Whereas in the first three, because it cannot be included in the first three, it is very clear. The first three in the Pranopasana, what was told? The Pranopasana was Apara Brahma. Destination was Apara Brahma. I remember all the Pranopasana, the Rai Upasana, and all those things were it maximum it took us to Apara Brahma only, not Para Brahma. So here ultimately, here it is taking us to Parabrahma, and that is why it is said so. Then this Pancha Prashna. Now, I had already started and just look into it. And then we will go to the Bhashyam. We have seen the Bhashyam also halfway through. Atahenam Shebya Satyakama Papracha. Let us see the word to word meaning. Atha means after fourth Prashna. Her enam means to that Pippalada. Shebya Satyakama Papracha. Now this fifth student, the fifth disciple whose name is Shebya and Satyakama. Satyakama meaning what? One should either have a desire of Lord or of the self. One should not have desire of the asatya, anitya. So he is Satyakama. He always wants the Satya only. That is why his name is Satyakama. So we should be how do you know that the desire is there? How do you know that even I have a desire inside me? When anything disturbs me, that means that I have a desire. Anything. If somebody, I don't feel right now that I have a desire to get praised. I don't know. I am just sitting like that. I'm talking to you all, and I don't think that I have this desire of getting praised. But suddenly somebody says that that person was talking bad about you. That person was telling to that other person that I don't know how this person is. Suddenly. So in between only if one says like that, suddenly my desire will be, why? Why is this happening? I have never said that. I should not be mocked like that. I should not be criticized like that. That means what? I'm getting disturbed. Meaning what? I have the desire that everybody should praise. So when we get disturbed by anything, that means the desire is there. Unknowingly, subconsciously, that desire is there, lurking in us, that I want somebody to praise me. I don't want anybody to criticize. This way we can judge whether there is some desire or not. So sansari desires are always unfulfilled, continuously. And even if they are fulfilled one after the other, the desires come popping up. I fulfilled the desire of eating lunch, or say, let us say breakfast. And then suddenly my thought will be, what shall we eat for lunch? Then again I prepared for lunch. Then again the desire will be what to make for dinner. So nothing is like complete in itself. I cannot be fulfilled forever. That once I had breakfast, now no need to think about any food. Won't be like that. I'm just giving an example. It is about it. It is related to money. It is relatable to house. It is relatable to any relationship. Everywhere, this fact applies. This principle applies. So this is unsatiable. Continuously, the sansari desires are unfulfilled, but of the Bhagwan and of Gyan, one's desire can be fulfilled. It is not unfulfillable desire. So the sansari desires are not. But if it is regarding my Bhagwan, if it is regarding my Gyan, knowledge, I want to have a lot of knowledge, then it can be fulfilled. So we have to remember this. So we should try to merge all our desires into this desire, okay, that I want to, oh Bhagwan, I want to serve you. I want to be with you. I want to know about you. I want to know about myself. I want to know how do I serve better. So all these desires can be merged. So more slow you are in leaving any desire, slowly you are leaving the desire slowly, more problems will have in our life. We'll have to face more problems because desires are something like one rope is hanging and the flies come and flock around it and they get stuck to it. Have you seen this? If you keep a rope hanging like that anywhere on the road or anywhere, all the flies will come and sit on it. Similarly, the desires is like that. If I keep one desire, I'll keep on attracting all the problems. Because the nature of that desire is to have problems. So the faster I quit any desire or drop any desire, I'll be more comfortable. I won't have more challenges. I'll be with myself. Okay, so I should try to leave these desires as Father. How to leave these desires? By seeing the mithyattva in that, by seeing the anityatva in that, by seeing the problems in that. Only when we try to see the problems, we'll get away. Otherwise, we'll continuously hanker after those desires. So this is called Satyakama Papracha. Sayoha vai tat bhagwan manusheshu prayanantamam. Now he is asking that tell me, oh Bhagwan, hey Bhagwan, Manusheshu, in all those people, Manusheshu, Prayanantam, Maranantam, till the Maran, one who does, what does it do? Omkaram Abhidhyayita, one who does Omkar Upasana. Omkaram Abhidhyayita, one who does Dhyan and Upasana of that Omkar. What happens to him? Katamam Vavasatena Lokam Jayati. Amongst those who are doing this sadhana till the Maran, which lok do they go to? Which lok do they go to? Which lok, maximum till which lok will they do? Tasmai sahovacha iti. Now, the answer was given to this. Now, in this, we were in the Bhashyam. Let us see the Bhashyam first and then we will move forward. So, here, it is said, Atha idanim para apara brahma prapti sadhanatvena omkarasya upasana vidhitsaya. By this, he is repeating it again. One can do the para brahma upasana and apara brahma upasana both. By what? By omkara dhyanam. By omkara dhyanam, he can do para and apara brahma prapti sadhanatva. See, it is written. So this is a sadhan. This is an instrument for getting the knowledge also, like for getting liberation also, and for getting anything related to the material prosperity also, anything related to the world also. Viditsaya, Viditsaya means Vidhanam Chikishu, one who wants to know the Vidhan. What are the injunctions? The Prashna Arabhyate. Now this question has been started. It has begun. Sa yaha kaschit havai bhagwan manusheshu. Some rare person, manushyana madhe tat adbhutam eva. He, Bhagwan Bhashyakar is saying, and it is adbhut. Naturally, one who can maintain a thought of upasana. Upasana means what? To maintain a higher thought for a long time without any interruptions. This is called upasana. What is that? To maintain. I am holding one thought for a long period without any other thoughts. So one thought is only this. Sajatiya vritti prava is there for a long time. And the object of the thought is a higher object. It's not of the sansar. So naturally it is very adbhutam eva. So Bhagwan Bhashyakar has introduced this word that it is very surprising thing. It is something very unique. You can't see this in the world quite often. Okay, so here he is trying to Prayanantam, the word has been used. This person who has this thought is holding that thought till his death, till his pran goes out. He's continuously holding that one thought, that bigger thought. He's preparing as if for a death. I tell you always that we are always trying to make our lives. We are not preparing for a death. And trying to prepare for the life will ruin our life. Trying to prepare for the death will make our life. So one should always have a vision, how should I die? It is in our hands that how I'll die. When and where, that is already written. But how I will die, that I can always make sure of. Sometimes it is written, that also is written, but sometimes it can be changed, depends. If I have a will that, yes, like Dronacharya, when Drishtadyumna came to kill him, he had already left his body. In that battlefield also, he had already left his body through his abhyas, through his upasana and all. So that is why he is very adbhutam eva pranantam marnantam. So therefore, for a jnani, there is nothing called death. He knew that this body is of Panchamahabhut and I have to leave it. That is, I cannot die. So even before he hit him, Drishtadyumna hit him, he had already left. This way, we also should try to make our deaths, try to prepare for our death. Okay, so this how does he do? He is doing yavat jivam iti etat omkaram abhidhyayitam abhimukhyena. But he is doing what? He is continuously doing this omkar upasana. Continuously. Now, omkar upasana, this is nam upasana. Abhidhyaya. Abhidhanam is the name. So Omkar is called the Abhidhanam, the name of the Omkar. And Abhidhyaya means the indicated. That is the Brahma. That is called Abhidhyaya. So Abhidhanam here, Nam Upasana. It will lead to Apara Brahma also and Para Brahma also. What is the mantra there? Etadevaksharam Brahma, Etadevaksharam Varam, Etadevaksharam Yatva, Yo Yat Ichchasi Tasya Tat. This is from Kathopanishad. Then, whatever he desires will be fulfilled through this Omkar Upasana. Etadevaksharam Brahma, Etadevaksharam Param, Etadevaksharam Yatva. Etadevaksharam Yatva. Tasya yo yat ichchasi. Yasya tata. Whatever one desires, that will get fulfilled. So if he desires for a Parabrahma, he will get that. If he desires for something material, he will get that. Okay. So this now Omkar, if you remember, we had seen this in Mandukya, that all the akshara, all the letters are included in that Om, U and Ma. So naturally, I'm not going into that much detail in this. So if all the akshara are coming out from that Om only, that means all the objects are also held in that Om only. If all the objects are held by that Om, if I continuously chant that Om, naturally my desires will get fulfilled of any object also. Because in that Om only, all the objects are also defined. Is it okay? So all the objects plus all the letters are the source of all the objects is what that Om. When I'm chanting that Om continuously, I am actually invoking everything. So whatever desire is there in my mind, that will not automatically get fulfilled. I'll have that thing. So there's this Omkar is also called Pranav. Pranav meaning what? You're not calling it by name Omkar directly because it is very, very pure, it is very, very Shuddha, it is very, very respectable. Therefore, we call it Pranav. Prakarshena nuyate iti Pranava. Pranava meaning what? Prakarshena nuyate iti stuyate iti. When we are doing the praise or stuti of something that is of the Pranav, of the Omkar, that is called Pranav. And Mahima, actually, when Mahima of anything is there in our mind, when we know the Mahima, the Mahatma, the importance of anything, then I start doing it also. And I start doing it with Shraddha also. When I do start doing it with Shraddha, naturally, the effects will be very big. So, therefore, before starting any text, also, the Mahatmya is given of everything. Mahatmya, Bhagavad, Mahatmya of Gita, everything, Ramayana, everything is given so that I increase the sense of importance in my mind. Then, when I do that upasana, naturally that object will be very easy for me to get because I'm doing it with full shraddha. Okay? So, when any karma is done with a lot of ekagrata and with a lot of shraddha, that becomes very easy. So, this is what was said. Now, here, when it is said that Adbhutam Eva, why is it said Adbhutam Eva? Because people around you will see that they are always stooped into, and using the word stooped into either Ahar, Nidra, Bhai, or Method. This is a characteristic of a jeev. So even in the animals you'll see, even in the human beings you'll see, this the person is always going around these four things: ahar, bhai, nidra, and method. Only these things. One who can uplift his mind from these four, who is doing continuously Purascharan of any mantra, of doing Purascharan of Omkar, naturally he has to be Adbhutam. Because to hold that mind, till I am doing any upasana, I have to keep my mind away from all the lower tendencies that we all know. When I am doing my puja, when I am doing my archana, at that time I am not eating, I am not sleeping, I am not looking at my mobile, I am not talking to anybody. Actually, I am curtailing myself from all the other activities and I am concentrating on my puja. So here, if a person is doing 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours sadhana, naturally he is curtailing himself of all the other lower instincts, lower desires, lower enjoyments. So his mind will be very uplifted at that time, very, very uplifted, and he'll be very, very quiet at that time. Slowly, initially, his mind may be in tantrums, throwing tantrums up and down, must be buffeting, but slowly and steadily, when he continues, see, there are levels of our mind also. Actually, we are always superficially stationed in our mind. To think again and again, even in the jap also, when we are continuing jap, 1 or 2 malas are nothing. Sometimes 20, 30 malas it takes to quieten the mind to uh, to go beyond that superficial, to go beyond that superficial level and to go inside. We need at least half an hour or 1 hour. Then my mind becomes stable. One who has done these upasanas, he will understand what I am saying. So, to make the mind quiet, to dive in, to penetrate those superficial levels of the mind and to go in also requires a lot of time, a lot of sitting. So, you have to sit for a while and continuously do your upasana. If your mind is not cooperating at that time, the mind will ask you to get up, like what happens with us. After 1 mala, 2 mala, 3 malas, mind will become very restless. You'll say, "Arey, ye kaam bhi hai, arey, wo kaam bhi hai, I have to make phone calls, I have to go there, I have meeting there." It's very, very restless. Can't sit for a long time, can't do dhyan for a long time. So therefore, he's using this word adbhuta. He's continuously doing this sadhana for a long time without water, without moving. He's doing this upasana, he's holding this thought. So anybody, a person, more he's evolved, more he has the capacity of holding the thought for a long time. Initially, that's why when a Guru Mantra is given, I'm talking about our mission. So our acharyas will ask that how many malas can you do? So it depends on a person. Somebody will say, I will try to do 1 mala. Somebody will say, okay, I will let you know after 1 or 2 days. Somebody will say, I can do 20 malas in a sitting. It depends. Then then the Acharya understands that if he has done this upasana in the past lives also, if he has done that, then he will continue. Then he will say, okay, 50 malas I can do every day. And the other person is struggling with 1 mala only. That's not his fault. He has not done it earlier. Once he has got a practice, then he will also continue. He hasn't practiced it. Abhyas matrena. Everything is abhyas only. So when he starts it, now continuously he is doing. Now he has no problem. He will just sit. And once he sits on his meditation seat, and then he will continue. He will continue without any water, without anything, without any going here and there. He will continue doing that. So that's very nice. So this capacity has to be increased in all of us. See, any thought makes a person vishesh. Any thought holding capacity only makes a person vishesh. Vishesh meaning what's it now? Look at any artist. Look at Einstein researchers and scientists. Einstein. Look at other people who are players who have given so much. Look at Sachin Tendulkar or look at the other Mary Kom. Look at other players who have achieved something in their careers, in their professional lives. They have invested so many hours in that. The competition when they won, that was only the tip of the iceberg. But the iceberg that is down, the 95%, that is not seen. Only 5% or only 1% is seen on top. But the amount of hard work they have put inside, the amount of tolerance they have put in that, the amount of effort in everything, little bit of everything, in sleeping, in eating, in interactions, in everything. He has to curtail from everywhere. Upasana is not easy. That is also their upasana. So they have got achieved something in their life. So it depends, isn't it? So here also that is why the upasak is what? The upasak has a subtler topic to concentrate. This upasak, he has got a subtler life to concentrate on. He has got subtler thoughts. So anybody's vritti, if he is holding it, he is good in the subject, he has got a lot of shraddha in that, then what will be that there? The fruit that will come also will be adbhutam. Because the object is adbhut, the effort is adbhut, the shraddha is adbhut, the ekagrita is adbhut. So naturally, the fruit that will come, that will also be adbhut. We feel now, if we compare this with any Puran, we feel that in 6 months, how did Dhruva get darshan of the Lord? And we are doing so much every day with the mala, ghashar, 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 but still Bhagwan doesn't come. Now, can you make the difference? He had left his house. He was staying in a jungle. There was no security around him. He did not know what I will eat, what I will drink, what I will wear. He did not know anything. He was just a small child of 5 years. But he had got tremendous faith. He had got tremendous intensity in the desire that only one longing was there, that I want to see the Lord. I want to see the Lord. I don't want anything else in this world. So therefore, in 6 months, Adbhutam Phalam came in front of him. So principles are here. The stories are there. The principles are in Vedanta. The stories are in the Puran. We have to know the principles and we have to know how it has been portrayed. So that is why here he is saying this person is, because he's got a lot of tenacity, because he's got a lot of tolerance, because he's got a lot of faith, because he's got a lot of concentration. Therefore, he gets Adbhut Phalam, because he's Adbhutam. So he will continue to do it till the Maranantam, till the Prayanantam, till his pranas are there. He will continuously do this. Maranantam yavat jivamiti etad abhidyayita abhimukhena chintayet. He is doing that chintan. Abhimukhena means he does not have any other chintan at that time. That means what? He has only one pratyay, one sajatiya vritti prava. All the vijati, other jatiya vrittis, all the other things, he has stopped entertaining. If you stop entertaining, those vrittis won't come. This initially takes time. When we are sitting, other thoughts also come. There I have to curtail. There I have to discriminate with my Vivek Shakti that this thought will be helpful for me or not. I am thinking about my Bhagwan. I am thinking about Ganeshji. I am thinking about my Lord. I am thinking about Devi Ma. Will this thought help me in that meditation? If it is not, I have to drop it. So naturally, if I'm not available for that thought will go away. Because I'm not giving it a seat. So it will go away. So in this way, continuously, he is thinking, and then what is happening? Abhimukhena chintayet bahya vishayebhyah upasamrita karanah. Bahya vishayebhyah upasamrita, withdrawn. Bahya vishaya, from the outer vishaya, from the outer objects, he has withdrawn from external object. Upasamrita karanah. So chanchalta should not be there. A person can be when he enters a room, only when he sits, when he talks, a person can be known through his body language that whether his mind is stable or very chanchal. Suddenly he's fidgeting, suddenly he's talking, suddenly abruptly he gets up, abruptly he will sit. People are talking, suddenly he will interrupt. All these shows that he is very chanchal in his thinking. His mind is not stable. His mind is not very calm and quiet and flowing naturally. It's very erratic. Sometimes it comes, sometimes it goes, sometimes the thought will ask him to get up like that. So, this is not a good sign of a seeker. A seeker, even while walking, a seeker is known. That even while walking, he does not disturb others. Even while walking, some people have the habit of walking very with the slippers, they make a lot of sound. Or when they are walking, they will put their feet so loudly down that there will be a sound. They'll bang their feet and walk. But this person is how? This person is very, very cool, calm. He will see other people are there around, he won't disturb. Like I went to many temples with Amma, with Nananda Amma. I went to many temples and there she was meditating. The people who were entering the temple, we could make out whether this person is an evolved person or not. Because they could see that somebody is meditating there and a posture of Amma, the attire of Amma. She also looks like a yogini only. She's sitting in the temple and meditating like that. So some people, as soon as they saw her, they became quiet. Some people who entered, they continued their talking and they were very loud. So I could make out that, acha, I have to tell them or I have to indicate them. Shh, like that, I indicated them. Then they became quiet. Some people, even after I hushed them, still they continued. So I thought that they're very lower evolved people. At least they're coming to the temple, that's good for them. So I kept quiet. So in this way, we can understand a person's evolution through the body language, through their interactions, through their thoughts, that how their mind flows. So it is very important. So Upasamrita Karna Samahita Chitta, his mind is very quiet in general, very quiet in general. Quietness means what? Do you know? One thought is emerging. After some time, the other thought is emerging. Suppose I have a thought that I am hungry. The next thought will be I have to make some. Quiet mind means what? The gap between these two thoughts is more. Chanchal mind means what? Again and again, again and again. The thought here arose that I am very hungry. I'm very hungry. The next thought again came, I'm hungry. Again the third, what will I make? Again came, when will this class get over? Again another thought. So the thoughts are coming in between very, very fast. There's no gap. The gaps are very, very less. The reduced gaps meaning what? The mind is very chanchal. The lesser are the thoughts, the gap will be more. Bigger are the gaps, the mind is very calm. So this person is what? Samahita chitta. This person is Samahita chitta bhaktya aveshita parabrahma omkare. And in his mind, he is thinking about what? In his mind, he is thinking about that parabrahma omkare. So there are three kinds of obsessions that will disturb the mind. What are those three kinds of obsessions? Ahankar, Rag, and Dvesh. These three things disturb the mind a lot. Ahankar meaning what? I always have a very uh, I have a very I have the desire to listen about myself only. I have the desire to know about myself, to talk about myself. I cannot leave the topic I. I cannot leave the topic I. I always find it very fascinating. That is called ahankar. Rag and dvesh. Rag meaning what? To I get attached to some person, to the goodness of some person. I'm always seeing the goodness in that person and I'm getting attached there. Is it not good? No, you see the good thing in that. You try to inculcate the goodness, but we cannot get attached due to that. Attachment is what? That I am having a sukhakar vritti from that goodness. That goodness should be mine. I should get the profit of that goodness, or I should get that goodness. And dvesh meaning what? Thinking about the negativity of something continuously. My mind is attached. Whenever I think of that person, my mind goes to his negative zone. I'm not, because a person is made up of good and bad both. In rag also, where I attached to the person's goodness, there also he has got negatives. And here also the person has got goodness, whom I cannot see. I feel he's the most worst enemy of mine. But he also was somebody, he must be an angel. Bhagwan, God. So these three keep my mind very, very disturbed. Atma pratyaya santana avicheda भिन्न जातीय प्रत्ययांतराखिलीकृतो निर्वात स्थित दीप शिखा समोभि ध्यान शब्दार्थ. तो अभिध्यान शब्दार्थ. What is that abhidhyana shabdartha? Abhidhyan meaning that Omkar is called abhidhyan. What is the meaning of that abhidhyana shabdartha? Is that bhinna jatiya pratyaya antar akhili kriti, which is devoid of any other vritti. Akhili kriti means completely. Bhinna jatiya, others, vijatiya prabha is not there at all. He is continuously concentrating on that abhidhyana Omkar, continuously about that. Nirti. And how has his mind become Nirvatastha Deepa Shikha Samadhi? Nirvata meaning what? There is no air. There is a place where there is no wind. There, this lamp has been kept, and the flame of the lamp, how it is unflickering, unwavering. Similarly, his mind also has become like the flame that that is kept in the windless place. That is not flickering at all, not wavering at all. Like that, his mind becomes Atma Pratyaya Santana Avicheda. Atma Pratyaya is thought of that self. Avicheda is not moving at all. Continuously has got only one thought about that Atman, about that self only. Non broken. Avicheda means non broken. Like Taila Dharavat, like I am offering the ghee on the Shivalinga, and how it is without any bubbles, without any interruptions. It's continuously flowing on the Shivlingam. Similarly, his mind also is continuously going towards that Omkar Dhyan, Abhidheya Shabdartha. In this way, he's continuously meditating on that. Okay. And then what is happening? सत्य ब्रह्मचर्य अहिंसा अपरिग्रह त्याग संन्यास शौच संतोष अमाया वित्व आदि अनेक यम नियमानुग्रहित. His mind is full of beautiful vrittis, beautiful guna, beautiful qualities of what? Satyam. Satyam meaning what? Just see what is the Satyam. Satyam means living a life of what I am, what I can say, I can tell others. I'm living a life of that. There is nothing secret in my life. I don't have to hide things in my life. That is called Satya. खुली किताब हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना. My life is like that. Anybody can come and anybody can read, anybody can interact like that. I don't have. Some people have two lives, two faces. They are something in the house, and in front of everybody they are something else. It's not like that. This is called Satyam. By hiding what is happening, I am fanning the wrong tendencies in me. That is not good for a seeker. That should be avoided by a seeker. Because by these wrong tendencies, what is happening? I am going away from my pranav dhyan. I'm going from my abhideya dhyan. When I'll be sitting in that abhideya dhyan, my mind will be full of asatya. Then I have to curtail those. I have to bring out those negatives. That is not good. Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya meaning what? Abstinence from physical relationship. Why? This is to orient all our energy towards the higher. To orient all our energies towards the higher. Because when I'm in a physical relationship, again my energy goes down. It won't rise up, it will go down. So this way here he is continuously having a life of brahmacharya. Then ahimsa. Ahimsa meaning what? I'm not hurting anyone. Mentally also, physically also, and by speech also. I actually hurt everybody more through the speech and mentally. But when I'm hurting somebody else, I'm actually hurting myself only more. Because before hurting others, that thought is in my mind that will create a lot of pain in my mind. So when one observes ahimsa, his mind is very cool. He's cool-minded person, and it is fit for upasana. So he is not doing. See, when one is very angry person, naturally that anger when he cannot express outside externally, he will express it on himself. I've seen this in many people. They harm themselves, they harm their own body because they can't do something, they will hit the wall. What is happening? You're hitting yourself. They'll break something, and then that will, the pieces of glass that will enter in the hand, and then many things will happen. I've seen this terrible things happen. A person was facing a lot of challenges. He he was he was kept in a room, locked in a room by some other people for 2 days, 3 days, like that. When he came out, he just hit his hand on the table, dining table or the wooden table, and the whole right hand became paralyzed. And even now, when I met before some years, I mean last year only, I think I met him, his hand was shaking like this completely. When I asked him, he said that this has happened. So for his full, at that time he was very young. Now he is around 80 plus. So whole life, what happened? He endured this anger only. His own anger only is enduring, undergoing. So that is why one should be very careful. But I'm hurting others, it's okay, but I'm hurting myself also. I should be very sensitive. Hmm. So actually, when I'm not hurting other person, I am free from his thought. So my mind is more available for higher sadhana. Should remember, I should make my mind such that it is available at the seat of meditation. When my mind is not good in interaction or interacting with people, I am collecting all the dust, I'm collecting all the wrong tendencies, and I'm bringing it on my seat of meditation. And when I'm sitting there for meditation, those thoughts will come and disturb me. Then it is said aparigraha. It is not parigraha, okay? It is aparigraha. Aparigraha, aparigraha meaning what? Anything you get, I think that I will have to part. It will go away. So I don't collect things. I'm not collecting things. Tyaga. Tyaga meaning what? Tyaga meaning renouncing small things. There is no joy in these small things. That is why all these are jad vastu only. And all these are temporary, anitya vastu. So I am wanting the chetan vastu. I don't want anything jad in this world. So this is the tyag vritti meaning mental tendency not to hold on any object. Any object. I'm not holding it. Then sannyas. Sannyas meaning what? Leaving the anatma, leaving all the anatma, leaving all the maya, and establishing in one self only. This is called sannyas. Shauch. Shauch meaning see purity, shuddhata, shauch, more than outside. Outside we maintain. Many of us will maintain outside shauch. But inside shauch is also very important. Cleansing of mind is also we cleanse our face by all those things. We put all those things on the face and cleanse it. We wash our face. Uh, we have bath also with nice soaps and all. But cleansing of the mind, how many of us do? The cleansing of the mind meaning what? My mind is very pure. My mind is devoid of any malicious thoughts for anybody else. My intentions are non malicious because Bhagwan likes it. Why? Because my Ishvara Vritti. Through that Ishvara Vritti, I bring in that Shauch Vritti. Shauch means Santosha. Santosh meaning what? Whatever I had. See, we won't have everything in this world. We have to accept that whatever I don't have, others will have in abundance. This is Santosh Vritti. Something I don't have. But I see my friend with that thing only, and she or he has got it in abundance. Lot of is there in there. There I have to practice Santosh Vritti. Some things others don't have, I have. My attention does not go there that I have so much of this, but that person does not have. This is Santosh Vritti. Then last is what? Amaya. Amaya. Don't have very, we should not have especially a sadhak, should not have a very manipulative mind. Saying something, thinking something. Whatever is there should be open. This is what a Keke now. Keke and Ramji's thing we can. When Ram came in front of Keke Ma, and he said that, "Arey Ma, why are you upset with such a small thing? And why is my Pitaji, my father, lying like that? This is a small thing that I have to go to exile. This is a very small thing." When Keke heard this, she was thinking, "Acha, this is a small thing for you." She thought that he is trying to show off, or he is trying to manipulate something. He also must be having something as well. Like I manipulated, he is also manipulated. But it was not so. Actually, Ramji was thinking that this is a very small thing to us, because as it is, I wanted that Bharat should be the king. As it is, I wanted to. Me and Sita were planning to go to the. You can read in Valmiki Ramayana. Sita ji, from the very beginning, she wanted to have a life of an ascetic, and she wanted to live a life in the forest. She was so much attracted towards the life of a forest. Even afterwards, she was thinking that I should go, I should go, I should with Ramji. So they were happy like that. So it was not a manipulative mind. This is called Amaya. But KK, because she was manipulative, as is our mind, we feel others also think the same. That is not so. So KK there thought that no. So our nature should be very transparent. When I am wrong, I should say that yes, I was wrong. Hare, I had thought like that. I should have said like that. I thought this would have happened. I didn't think this would happen. Just say that I was wrong. What's bad in that? And what's so great about a mistake? A mistake is a mistake only. That is a part of Maya only. So one who is blessed with avidya, aneka yama niyama anugrahita, one who is blessed with all these things. Sa evam yavat jivita vrata dharanaha. As long as he is living, he does this upasana and maintains all these thoughts. Katamam vavane ke hi jnana karma bhir chetavya lokas tishtanti. Full stop. So one who does this upasana, what is it? Jnana karma bhi jetavya. By the jnana and karma. Earlier was only karma. Here by jnana and by karma, one will go to many, maybe there are many options that are available. I want to know what lok will he go? There may be many options that he can go. So please tell me, lokas teshu ten onkara vidyarena katamam salokam jayati. Which lok he goes? I want to know that. Prishtavate, to that person who is asking the question, Prishtavate is fourth case. Prishtavate, Tasmai Sahovaja Pipiladaha. Now Pipiladami will be answering this question of Satyakama or the Kshatriya. And here we'll see the next mantra 5.2 tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namah Hari Om